Knights inbound to Reed, to Beza, to Nicholas. Nicholas, a real leader out there. Nice pass to Reed. He missed it.
That's 2 scoring opportunities that Rockville has had that they missed out on.
Beza misses from
good,
3.
Good
Rose.
passes to the interior that they weren't able to convert on.
Baltimore City on the attack.
Vayshawn Hall's calling for that ball very loud.
There's Nicholas all the way for the basket. Baltimore City just taken off, but Antoine missed the layup.
Yeah, against this Baltimore City squad, even if you make a shot, they're going to run back at you, so you have to be really good in transition defense.
Fast break on the inbounds. And there's Beza with an acrobatic move, and he gets it to Sheffield for the easy basket.
One way to beat a zone is good ball movement. Another way is dribble penetration, which is just what happened right there.
Rose to Torres. He goes down the lane, out to Boehnert from 3. Missed everything.
I think that's a little bit out of his range.
A no-look pass there from Nicholas.
And our cameraman under the basket there almost got killed.
Wow.
Hope Sean's doing okay down there.
He's okay. We get the okay signal. Three turnovers in the early going for Rockville. Torres with the left-hander, no good.
Rockville's doing a good job defending this Baltimore City team in the half court. They just need to get better at doing it in full court.
Sheffield again with a nice pass. You can see why he leads the team in assists, Joe.
He's a good player.
Averaging just over 5 assists a game. And we've got a timeout on the court with 14:11 to go. Rockville on top, 13-9.
Rockville started off with 3 turnovers. They're cutting through the defense pretty well. They're doing a good job of moving the ball around, but they're just turning the ball over a little bit too much. See this replay right here. Nicholas, off of a steal, gets a good layup right there. So they're playing really good defense on one end, but on the offensive end, they're doing a good job, but they're just not finishing the plays. Nicholas had a great pass down low that went out of bounds. John Kelly had a good pass to Tyshawn Reed that went off his hands and was a turnover. So they're doing the right things. They just need to complete the play.
Well, we heard a little bit of the Rockville huddle before the game, and I heard Steve Hobson say, do what you know how to do. Play like we know how to play. And so far they are, but you're right. They're just not finishing off some of the plays. Now there's Baltimore City not finishing off a play. He had a good idea there.
Rockville is still in the zone, but they decided to trap in the corners, and they had I think 6'8" Julian Armstrong is one of the trappers, which makes it hard to see through the trap. And Baltimore City got moving too fast and turned it over.
Armstrong is in for the Rockville Knights in place of Kelly.
And
Boy, Nicholas almost let go on that one.
Baltimore City went to a different type of zone.
And Octavius Hinnant is in, and he hits from 3. Well, they call it a 2.
Guess his foot was on the line on that one. But, again, Baltimore City was in a different type of zone. They had a 2-1-2 look or 2-3 look. And Rockville did exactly the same thing they did before. They moved the ball and got an open shot.
So Hinnant in for Reed. Shot off the iron. Nicholas with the rebound. And actually, Bobola is in for Boehnert at the moment for Baltimore City. So we have a couple of substitutions in the early going. It is warm in the gym tonight, Joe, and I think the fact that both teams are a little short on the bench could be a factor as we get into the second half.
That could be a factor in this game, especially for Baltimore City that only has 6 players on the team. Rockville's a little bit deeper, so they can run a few more players in there, but I personally was one who really liked the warm gym. Some people like it better than others.
And shot no good.
That shot was altered by Armstrong, big 6'8", long wingspan, got in the way.
There's Hennet from way outside, no good. Of course, Steve Hobson encourages his guys to shoot the three.
He loves the three-pointer, Michael. And even if they miss it, he figures keep shooting it. One day it'll go down.
Baynard is back in for LaShawn Hall. And now Hall's getting ready to check back in. There's Torres, gets it. And it's now 16-11. The Knights on top with 12:19 to go here in the first half.
That was a defensive play where.
There's Armstrong.
See, I can't even describe the play before another play gets happened. Armstrong, good post up, a nice feed down low from, I believe it was Hennon, and he converts on the other end.
Game is moving at a breakneck speed, which is what we anticipated. And we're not being disappointed. There's a shot a little bit short. Sheffield with a good rebound. Nicholas driving, aggressive move. Off to the corner, wide open Beza. No good. Struggle for the rebound there. Antoine comes out with it, and off they go. To Babola.
Yeah,
Patrice Babola.
This Baltimore City team is really athletic. They can run like the wind, and Rockville really needs to be conscious of getting someone back to be able to get in the way of transition offense for Baltimore.
Armstrong with his second hoop. He's definitely the tallest player out there on the court, Joe, and we'll see if he can use that height to his advantage.
He already has so far. He's scored a couple times inside, and he's altered some shots from Baltimore City.
He's a player that's steadily improved offensively as the season has gone on. Beza from the corner.
This is getting to be a pattern where Dante Nicholas comes to the top of the key, breaks down the defense, and passes it over to Beza in the corner. I think they've tried it about 5 times, and he's hit at least 2 of them.
That's 2 for him. Bilal Beza, one of the captains on the team for Rockville. Baltimore City into Antoine, tries to move in the paint, and it's good. 23-15 Knights with 10:25 to go in the first half.
Coach Munchko described Antoine as the best overall player on the team, and he's shown it where he can handle the ball, he can pass the ball, and he can shoot the ball as well.
There's Hennet. That one's a 3, but it's off.
Rockville's getting lots of open shots. Baltimore City is somewhat benefiting from the fact they haven't made too many of them.
Shooting percentage for neither team very good at the moment. Rhodes got an extra step there and gets it to go.
Yeah, he got an extra step, which gave him a little bit more launch to take that strong to the hoop through Dante Nicholas' defense.
A little helping hand there for Abby Torres. He'll not turn it down. Knights working around the perimeter.
Doing a good job with ball fakes, passes.
Good shot there, high percentage shot by Sheffield.
Rockville's using ball fakes to move the defense out of position, then passing it to the other direction to somebody wide open for a nice 10-footer from the baseline like Sheffield hit right there.
There's Torres from the foul line. No good. Nicholas with another rebound.
That wasn't the best shot selection.
Beza going to take it all the way. He's fouled, and it's good.
That was a very aggressive take by Bilal Beza right there.
Well, they need him to be aggressive, Joe. With the injuries that they've had, losing Randall Scott and a couple of the other players that they lost, Nicholas needs a compliment out there, and they've got to look to Beza.
Yeah, they lost Randall Scott to a broken finger, and he is a good inside scorer for them, so they need someone to take up the slack, and Beza's being the sophomore, being the leader on the team, he's a good guy to try to take over and do that.
And a rare miss from the foul line for him, but Nicholas gets the rebound, and they call an offensive foul on Nicholas.
That could be trouble for Rockville because that makes 2 on him. You better be careful for the rest of the half if he even stays in. I don't know if Coach Hobson's going to sub out for him or not. Looks like he might. But with 2 fouls, you don't want your best player going down 3 fouls before the half.
Beza takes a break, Vertner Aldridge in, and that's right, Dante Nicholas goes out with his second foul, and Darren Sheffield, who had about a 30-second break on the bench, comes right back in.